Wednesday live here on Action News, and yesterday again when I questioned her, Turkia Mullin said she would not give this money back. Now she's doing an about-face, and she's returning the $200,000 to the taxpayers. But this comes on the heels of Mullin turning over some very interesting documents to us. These are the documents everyone's been wanting to see, and now they're raising even more questions as the controversy surrounding Turkia Mullin's six-figure parting gift reaches a fever pitch. As we first told you Tuesday night, Mullin was given a $200,000 severance payment on her way out the door from her old county job as economic development chief. She left to accept a job that paid her $250,000 as the new CEO of Detroit Metro Airport. Mullin said from the start that her severance was negotiated as part of her contract with the county.
It was part of my contract, part of my agreement.
But did Mullin ever have a formal contract? Since last week, we've been asking to see a copy. Now her spokesperson tells us that this is all there is, a single-page, undated letter signed by her former boss, Wayne County Executive Robert Ficano. Mullin signed nothing.
This is extremely simplistic. It doesn't have a term, nor does it have a salary in it.
We asked longtime Bloomfield Hills employment attorney Deborah Gordon to analyze the documents.
What do you think about the lack of a date on the letter?
Odd, extremely odd not to have a date on the letter. I mean, the problem with not having the date on the letter is when something like this happens, curious minds begin to wonder when this was actually written.
Ficano has insisted that Mullin got the same deal as the man she replaced, Mulu Baru.
This is a standard type contract. Her predecessor had the same type of contract.
But according to this record, that's not true. The undated letter from Ficano to Mullin says she'll work under similar terms and conditions as her predecessor. The letter states the county will only agree to 12 months of severance and not 18 months like your predecessor. But Gordon says that's wrong. Baru did not get 18 months severance. According to his contract, he received $200,000 in severance and then another $100,000 to continue working for the county in another role.
That's not severance pay. That's pay.
In fact, the contract states Baru was only entitled to severance, quote, in the event of any change of control or a major reorganization which would affect your position. Gordon says that means Mullin may not be entitled to that $200,000 parting gift from the taxpayers.
The letter that the county's calling a contract refers back to the Baru contract terms for severance. I don't see anything in any contractual language that the county has submitted thus far which would indicate that Ms. Mullin should get severance upon resignation, a voluntary resignation.
The undated letter also contains a very perplexing line that seems to line up with the recent arguments from Ficano and Mullin defending the severance. It says, quote, "Thank you for agreeing to take this position under terms less favorable to you than those of your predecessor." At 5:15, Wayne County spokeswoman Brooke Blackwell issued a statement from Mullin. Here's what she said, quote, "I spoke with Mr. Ficano this afternoon and we mutually agreed that giving the money back is the best thing to do for both the county and the airport. This issue has become such a significant distraction that it has interfered with our ability to focus on operations. It's time to put this behind us and get back to work." But you can see there's a big difference in these two contracts. One is one page, the other one is several pages. We do have a question into the county as to when this was written. They're still getting back to us.
Absolutely, but at least maybe she started feeling guilty and maybe Ficano agreed and they decided, let's give the money.
Or bottom line, it may not have ever been her money to give back.
Hard to tell at this point.
We're looking into it.
Thank you much, Heather.